Hello guys and welcome back again to my channel POV with Prince. Please do it to subscribe if you're just coming across this video for the first time. Now today is a democracy day in Nigeria because today is June 12th in 2025. Remember, democracy day was shifted from I think October down to June 12th. So we now celebrate our democracy day on June 12th. Now, what I saw today regarding this celebration was that number one, there was no official speech for this Democracy Day. Secondly, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had to make his address to the members of the National Assembly. So he spoke to the senators and the House of Assembly and House of Representatives members. Now, this is something that was never done before. Now, another point again is when they were in that session, there was no recite. They didn't recite the national anthem, like, as in they didn't sing the national anthem. Instead, they sang Tinubu's "On Your Mandate." This is what we've not experienced before, but that's not the issue or the reason for this video. Now, I'm sure we all know who Serike Dickson is. Serike Dickson is the former governor of Bayelsa State, and now he's a senator representing Bayelsa West. Now, during this celebration today, after all the things said and done, Serike Dickson held a press conference to say that Mr. Tinubu, who is the president, is no longer behaving like a Democrat. Now, I'm sure you know that the state of emergency is still being observed in Rivers State. Because of one or two supposed crises here and there, the federal government announced a state of emergency on March 18, 2025 in Rivers and had to install a sole administrator who is Abbas. You know the man. Now, what was Serike Dickson saying? He said, for this Democracy Day, it would have been very, very good if President Bola Ahmed Tinubu restored democracy to to Rivers State. Now, he said that would have been a very good democratic move since Tinubu claims that he is a strong Democrat. So he strongly kicked against what those in the National Assembly talk. Hey, do you mean the president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio? Like what Serike Dickson is hinting at, is saying Tinubu is just having his way with what he's doing presently. And I see Serike Dickson as one of those voices who, despite what they know, that as in they is one of those that is all about the rights of fellow citizens of Nigeria. So from his own opinion, he wants that the emergency rule in Rivers State should be removed and Governor Fubara sent back to his rightful place, Governor Bayelsa State. Now, talking about said at the press conference. So I'm going to leave a video clip of when he said all these things so you can listen to what he says. And please, I would like to hear your thoughts and your comments regarding this issue. And if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and share on social media platforms. Please watch Serike Dickson.
That, again, is another blatant, suppression and disrespect for my rights and privileges. I or any senator, by the Constitution and the rules, we have a right to raise issues. And by the Senate rules, he has an obligation to listen to it and rule on it. If he's got majority behind what he's doing, his majority can have the way. But my minority must always have my say. I'll communicate that to the Senate President. A lot of us were embarrassed and ashamed. But that's about that. The communications were about deepening the undemocratic military rule that is still subsisting in Rivers State. And that was why I wanted to raise that point of order. If you have a military administration in the midst of a democracy that we're celebrating today, of all days, why did the President and the Senate President choose today, being Democracy Day in Nigeria, to read those undemocratic and unconstitutional and illegal communications to the National Assembly? I will not even bother to take constructive objections and concerns. Well, that tells you how the APC has reduced Nigeria's democracy to. I take very strong objections to that. If you have a military administration in the midst of a democracy that we are celebrating today, of all days, why did the President and the Senate President choose today, being Democracy Day in Nigeria, to read those undemocratic and unconstitutional and illegal communications to the National Assembly? I will not even bother to take constructive objections and concerns. Well, that tells you how the APC has reduced Nigeria's democracy to. I take very strong objections to that. And listening to the President's very flowery, otherwise impressive speech, let me say this. It's a good thing to make beautiful declarations of principles and show democratic commitment. Words don't show democratic commitment. What matters is actions, actions and actions. But you cannot be celebrating democracy. You cannot be flaunting yourself as a Democrat on the one hand, and on the other hand, be trampling democracy under your big presidential foot in Rivers State. The President missed a golden opportunity to raise and deepen democracy in Nigeria by restoring on today's Democracy Day democratic and normal civil constitutional rule in Rivers State. Of all the things the President said, the President was silent about Rivers State. And today is about democracy. Today is not about repression. Today is not about suppression of the views of the people of Rivers State. Today is about respecting and upholding the democratic rights under the Constitution and the laws. These issues that some of us feel passionate about, it's not because of Fubara's nationality. It's not about Fubara's party, if he has any. And these days, you can't even be sure which party people belong to. So I'm disappointed, firstly, that the President never said a word about the undemocratic developments in Rivers State, which he has enabled, which he has brought about, which he has sanctioned, and which he continues to sustain. And creating an impression as if all is well. No. As long as any part of Nigeria is under military rule, democracy is endangered in Nigeria as a whole.
Thanks for watching our video. Please like and leave a comment and subscribe.